Hi and welcome to the video. I'm here at Dublin Airport's Terminal 2 today, where I'm about to get on a British Airways Club Europe flight across to Heathrow, which will be the first flight in a number of flights that I'm taking on a trip to the US. So really looking forward to this first one, and the rest of the videos will be coming out at a future date for the rest of that trip. But for now, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoy coming with me while I see what Club Europe's like on this short trip across from Dublin. Let's go! This was the first BA flight of the day from Dublin, so it was still dark when I arrived at the airport, having spent the previous night at the nearby Premier Inn. British Airways now operate out of Terminal 2 at Dublin, having moved from their previous home in Terminal 1 around June of this year, and the terminal was unsurprisingly quiet given the early time of day. The check-in desks for BA are in the middle of the terminal, slightly confusingly numbered as desks 28A to D, despite being quite a bit separate from the main desk 28, which sits as part of the American airline check-in area, so I'm not sure if these were temporary desks installed after the move. As the Club Europe desk was busy with another passenger, I was called forward to one of the regular desks, where the agent was able to quickly print off my boarding passes for both the Dublin flight and my onward connection to Boston. I was initially asked to put my roll-on case in the scales, and the check-in agent had said that she might need to check it in, but it turned out that she hadn't realised that I was already on a business class ticket, and as soon as that was clarified, it was no longer an issue. Boarding passes in hand, I headed upstairs and through security, navigating my way through duty-free before heading off to the lounge. BA used the DAA Executive Lounge for flights before 9 AM and the Aer Lingus Lounge for flights after 9 AM. I believe this is due to a lack of capacity in the Aer Lingus Lounge for early morning flights. Unfortunately, the DAA Lounge was rammed full when I got there, so I couldn't really film, but it's a fairly dismal lounge with very basic snacks on offer and a 2-drink limit per passenger if you're looking for an alcoholic drink. It's certainly not a patch on the Aer Lingus Lounge next door, which I reviewed in depth on a previous video, and I'll include the link for that in the description below. You can get a feel for the lounge from some of the photos, and also see the current state of repair of the seats provided. Thankfully, I had a much better lounge to look forward to after my flight, so I wasn't too bothered by it. And before long, it was time to make the fairly long trek along to gate 301, where my flight would be departing from. Boarding by group was well managed, and I boarded with Group 1 for today's flight. Today's aircraft was this brand new Airbus A320. In fact, this would only be its 10th flight for British Airways, as it only entered service with the airline 2 days prior. As expected, this also meant that the aircraft was fitted with their latest interior and seating, which is based on the Collins Aerospace Meridian seat. The new seats have a striking new stitching pattern, and it's great to see a welcome return of the middle seat tray in Club Europe, as I know the removal of these in the Airbus Neos was not a popular change. The red accents on the seats are also a great touch and give them such a high-end look. This has instantly become my favourite interior for BA's short-haul aircraft. In addition to larger overhead bins, each seat also comes with its own air vent and reading light. On the seat back, you'll find a literature pouch along with a 60-watt USB-C charger, in addition to a USB-A slot. Below this is a standard tray table. BA have not opted to include a device holder in these seats, which I think is a bit of an odd choice. You'll find another storage pouch at the bottom of the seat, and legroom is in line with BA's usual, which was more than adequate for this short flight to London. After a bit of a wait and stand due to an ATC restriction, we eventually pushed back and began our taxi over to runway 28 right. Our route today would take us east over the Irish Sea, turning southeast around Llandudno in Wales, down over Birmingham, and then looping round a couple of times in a hold before finally landing at Heathrow. If you're enjoying the video, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, but most importantly, please leave me a comment to let me know what you liked or didn't like about the video. This makes a massive difference to the YouTube algorithm in helping promote my videos to other viewers. Service began shortly after we reached our initial cruise, with breakfast orders being dispensed from the trolley. No menus were handed out, but the choice today was either a full English breakfast or a frittata. Needless to say, I went for the full English. Drinks were offered and I got off to a good start with a glass each of orange juice and champagne. As is usually the case with such short flights, no sooner was breakfast finished but it was time for it to be cleared away, ready for our descent towards London. A second round of drinks was offered, but I had my sights on my impending visit to the Concorde room, so declined. As it was a busy time at Heathrow, we were placed in a short hold, looping once around the Bovingdon stack to the northwest of the airport. Before long we had begun our descent towards Heathrow, coming in for an easterly landing on runway 09 left. After touchdown, we taxied around to the other side of Terminal 5, pulling on stand at Gate 22. This was the first of 11 flights I'd be taking over the next 6 days, and was an excellent start to the trip. I was hopeful that the great service and striking new interior of this brand new aircraft would set the tone for the rest of the trip, but you'll need to tune into the upcoming videos to see if that holds true. For now, it was time to head off to the Concorde room. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please don't forget to hit that like button and leave me a comment.